Hey, what's going on, guys? We just got one of the first pieces to the LS build that I'm really excited about. And I'm mainly excited about it because it's like the first thing I get to powder coat. So we got the BTR Equalizer 1 intake. Check it out, man. This thing is sick. Gorgeous. Comes with 2 bolts in here, so the lid doesn't go flying in packaging, but let's get this thing off of here. Drop them down here. But yeah, I mean, this thing is beautiful. So really what we're going to be doing is powder coating this thing, getting it ready. I'm going to do some color on the BTR and some color on the Made in the USA. Kind of spice it up a little bit. So we'll see. We'll go ahead and start getting it prepped and get everything ready to go. Alright, so first things first, we're going to get this prepped to start powder coating, and we're going to do, a base coat and then a clear coat, and then lay another top coat over everything, and then we're going to wipe the top coat away to, leave the color surface that we want on the logos, which is really easy. Like here on the BTR, you can see that it was milled, so the lines are really sharp all the way around. So this one's gonna be really easy. We'll spray the top coat over and we'll wipe off the excess, and it'll be really easy. This one is cast in. Whoa. This one's cast in, so the lines are gonna be, powder likes to get stuck in those casting marks. So I'm gonna take a sander and run over this and try to just get down to some smooth metal. That way it makes it a little easier for me cleaning that up later. Alright, so we went over everything. I went over with 80 grit sandpaper on a DA. Went over it, and you can see it's a lot better. There's still some small pitting in there, but that shouldn't matter. It should be okay still. But you can see that it's a lot better. It's a lot sharper. So our lines are going to be much easier to get with our finger versus all the bumps in the cast. So not nearly as nice as that one, but for a quick little 2-minute job sanding, that'll save us a ton of time and make it look way better when we're done. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this thing in the cabinet, get it blasted real quick, and then we'll bring it back. Alright, so we got it all blasted, ready to go. I got the gun loaded up. We're doing Illusion Shocker. I just got this Gemma actually probably a couple months ago, but still some learning to do with it, trying to get stuff set up, but so far it's been pretty good. Alright, so all we're going to do for this first part is hit kind of around the logos on both sides, and this is going to be an illusion color, so it needs a base coat, goes in the oven, flows out 2 minutes after, pull it again, let it cool, shoot a clear coat, and then we'll do the same thing in the oven, pull it out again, and then shoot our top coat over the whole entire thing, and then wipe away our letters underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and get started real quick. This thing's been firing off. I only got a little bit of this color left, so I really got to kind of watch how we use it. So, like that. Covered real well. Side here, North America. And then the way you know you get full coverage when you're powder coating, got something right there. What is that? Blow that off. Back in. Alright, so the way you know you get full coverage when powder coating is you just pretty much just look through to see if you can see the substrate underneath it. If you can't see it underneath it, I usually give it one more good once over, and then that's pretty much it. So we got this done. This is going to be our first base coat, and then we'll clear it, and then top coat it, and should be good to go. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and toss this thing in the oven real quick and get it going. Alright, so we just got it put in the oven. Let me check it out real quick. Alright, so it goes in green, still in powder form. Well, once it gets hot enough, it'll all start to melt down. They call that flowing out. So once it starts flowing out, we'll set a timer for 2 minutes, and then pull it after that 2 minutes, let it cool all the way, and then we'll clear it, and then it'll go back in the oven. But these Illusion series are really cool. After they flow out, the color changes, and then you'll just have to see. Whenever I pull it out, you'll see how the color changes, and then after the clear is applied, then it changes again into something completely different. So, all right, it's been 2 minutes. Go ahead and get it pulled out. Yeah, it looks weird. Almost looks chrome. And the casting on these lids really suck. All right, so it's all cooled down. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the clear on it real fast. Got the gun settings changed a little bit. We changed from, or we just lowered KV and our microamps. Just kind of lowered them down a little bit. Just to help it take powder a little better. Stay back, let the powder work for us. Yeah, powder clear is white when it goes on, so that's all we'll give there. And dust the whole thing. Hoping if I can dust the clear on a little bit, whenever I add that top coat, it'll fill in these bumps from all the casting. These look good and smooth, but then the casting shows a little bit of bumps. But we're gonna put satin black over top everything, so you really won't even be able to see it. Just more of a preference thing. But all right, well that's it. Go ahead and toss it in the oven and see what she looks like. All right, so we just got it cleared. Got it tossed in the oven. You can see it. There we go. I'm gonna set a timer for probably about 5 minutes. This one's gonna get a partial cure. All right, guys, so the clear is starting to flow out as well. You can see it's got like a weird green tint to it, but it's still going. So we're gonna go ahead and give this about another, probably about total 10 minutes. I'm gonna let it get to 400 and then set our timer. So it shouldn't be, but about, like I said, about 10 minutes or so, and then the full color will come out, and then we'll be able to cool it down again, and then throw this top coat on it and wipe all the letters away, and then be done and good to go. So I'm super excited. All right, so I went ahead and got the lower portion of it coated. So when I do these, I don't know if anybody else or any other powder coaters are gonna watch this or not, but the one thing I hate about powder coating the most is masking. I cannot stand it. So I typically try to mask to where I can pull it. On these single coat things, it's not a big deal. You know, I'll just mask, and if you see any powder on there, wipe it away. I like to pull it off before it goes in the oven. But there are some things like up here, like I didn't mask this bolt hole, but I have a little vacuum cleaner with a little tip on the very end of it, and I just take it, run it down through those, and just clean those up like that. Because I absolutely hate masking and taping, and the powder coat tape is good, that high heat tape, but it always like shrinks in the oven. So if you're doing multiple coats, it doesn't matter if you use the tape or not, because it always ends up peeling off, and then you have to reapply it, let it cool, reapply the tape, and it just takes a ton of time. So this has been really nice so far. Some things it's not very practical to do, but that's just part of it, I guess. But yeah, this thing's ready to go. So my timer's over there going off for the lid, so we'll go check that out real fast. See how it's looking so far. There we go. Oh yeah. So yeah, this green is sick. But alright, well, I'm gonna pull it out, get it over here, get it in front of a fan, get it cooling off, and we can get this top coat on her. Alright, well, here she is out of the oven. So we got this, it's called Illusion Shocker. Beautiful green color, but it is almost ready. It's almost cool. Yeah, it's getting close. Alrighty, so we got her out of the oven, got her all cooled off, everything's looking real good. This color is gonna pop out a little more too, because it's not fully cured yet, so it's gonna brighten up even more. But we got our black here. We're gonna go ahead and start laying it on, staying kind of far back, letting the powder do the work. Don't really need to overdo it. We just gotta make sure we hit all of our little corners and in between. Double check, make sure everything's good. Hit all your angles like that. We'll go one time over the whole thing again. I think that's probably gonna do it for us. I'm gonna put you guys down real quick. I'm gonna sit it on this table so I can do the wipe with one hand, so you guys can see it on here. Alright, so we got it all laid down. What I'm probably gonna do with this piece is take the vacuum and hit all the big areas to get the big pieces out. That way I don't wipe it onto this here, have it look stupid. We'll go ahead on this side real quick. Start it off so you can kind of see what it's going to look like. Just going real slow. Taking my time. Looking pretty good, actually. Alright, so that's the first part. Kind of see it. There we go. It's a better angle of how it actually looks. But yeah, that's all it is. Just take it and wipe your fingers. You get to these spots here, like lettering. It's kind of the same thing. Powder falls down into the letters. You just kind of wipe it away. Alright, get it out of that. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and knock the rest of it out, and then I will bring you back when she's done. Alrighty, so got it pretty much all done, both sides. Turned out pretty good. Right here it got a little thick, the lines were really thin, I guess, so only so much I could do there, but other than that, sometimes you gotta just work with what you got, really. Turned out pretty cool though. I'm really excited about the color. It looks so different in the light. It's like green and yellow. Same thing, makes it a totally different color. Alright, let's get her tossed in the oven, get her cured up and be done. We got the lower intake done. It's all cured and finished. Old satin black. I think the top piece is done also. Go check it out. See how it's looking. Oh yeah. Looking good. We got about 8 minutes left or so. Pull it out, get it cooled off, and get it back on the lower. Be good to go. Alright, well here she is. All finished up. Everything came out really nice. These colors look so sick together. On my last setup I did everything matte black, and I think it almost turned everything into like a matte gray, and it was hard to, like, I don't know, I feel like it just looked off. With this satin black, I feel like it makes it pop a whole lot more. This thing turned out badass though. I am so happy with it. There we go, man. Well, that's it. That's gonna be the end of the video. Hope y'all enjoy. I appreciate it. If you guys